We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Let's go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead guy running it pretty well, too. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. He'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st
and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 10-yard line.
He'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's caught at the 2. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't? And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there, with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
21G, out,
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 67 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A 29-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Ready up. Get it. Ready up.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Nick Bonito able to record his 5th sack of the season. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Fielded just inside the 30. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
25 yards that time.
1st down, Broncos.
Ready.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 6. That is incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Tua. He'll try and do this himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. The Dolphins at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt.
It's 4th down.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 4.
Go!
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Dolphins 3. Joshua Carty to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Out.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Tua going to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's Corey Bojorquez now.
John Dave Barron on the coverage.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Okay, break.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
Cup 19. Let's go. 79 Broncos. Broncos.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 36 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Dolphins 3. Joshua Carty to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. He's got a man complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Tua, the final shot before half. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
And while we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
All right, come on. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out.
Now Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. Now he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Go ahead. Out. Turbo 1, high. Out.
Looking to pass. Tua. He gets it complete to A.T. Perry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, 21, TA.
Tua sets up to pass it. Open man down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
Let's go now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well outfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10.
Here we go.
First down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 4-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Going for a right side here, complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 31, here comes second and a yard.
Let's go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Broncos have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So it's a high five for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Joshua Carney to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And, look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback because right now You just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Tua on fourth down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Back to the ground, H.M. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to throw now on first down. Open man is Mingo, complete. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
Well, they're not, and right now,
that is a big fella, Nami Matabike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Right back to him on first down. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
And now a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Ready?
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Ready, set.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead. kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they've been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Dolphins on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Dolphins first down.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10.
44. Ready. Out.
They're going to look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Brings up a third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Yet another touchdown run for him, and this one is going to put his name in the NFL record books. He's now set the new bar for most rushing touchdowns in a single game. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Here's Achane to start the drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 20.
Hey, get set. Ready.
They'll drop the throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 209 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Broncos, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans.